Welcome to Buy, Hold, Sell. My name's Matthew Kidman, and today we have Ben Rundle from NAOS and Justin Braitling from Watermark, and we're talking healthcare. Been a terrific sector for on the Australian share market. Justin, start with you. Cerx has been a fabulous company over the years. It was a concept, it's turned into a real product. Buy, hold or sell?
Definitely a sell. We think the company's materially overvalued. I mean, they've got a good business as a salvage technology in treating colorectal cancer, but we see limited prospects for the treatment to move beyond that. It's very expensive if you add back the R&D they're capitalising. It's not well understood that they are capitalising most of their R&D. The stock's on 40 times. We think the growth will slow, and we saw that in the last result. The constant currency earnings were actually down 30% in that last result. It was a very weak result.
Okay, Ben. Cerx, expensive, Justin explained. Buy, hold or sell?
Yeah, I actually think Cerx is a buy. It does polarise a lot of people, and Justin's right, the growth did come back in the first half. We think that they can bounce back from that. Maybe that's putting a lot of expectation on management, particularly given the price you're paying for the stock. But we're a long-term believer in Cerx. I think you can buy it.
Let's go to the big end of town. Blood plasma, CSL. Buy, hold or sell?
CSL I think is a buy as well. I think it's a must-own stock. Their return on equity for the last 10 years has been phenomenal. And you know, I just think with a company like that, you know, how many companies like that can you name in the top 50 that have those sort of that sort of track record? It's very few, so it's a buy for us.
Justin's a bit iconic. Buy, hold or sell?
It is an icon. It's a sell, unfortunately. The company has had a bit of a free run in recent years. The competitors have struggled for various reasons, but the plasma cycle is rolling over. Collection costs are going up. There's new capacity coming through. It is just a bit growth cyclical, that plasma business. And their flu business is losing money. They bought Novartis' flu business, and the losses are actually growing. And we think they'll get worse this year because they don't have a quadrivalent flu vaccine, which they need. And so they're uncompetitive in the flu business. They're losing about $150 million. Those losses will get worse, we think. And then their factor 8 and 9 products that they're in development, we think those markets are going to be pretty competitive, so the market's being too optimistic with their forecast there. Okay,
let's stay global, but we'll turn to hospitals.
Ramsey. So Ramsey we actually think is a buy here. It's one of the, I think it's one of the most attractive industrial companies available to Australian investors, given the structural growth with the ageing population. It's all about attendances, procedures and so forth. Volumes just continue to grow. They're the only ones there with Healthscope. It's an extremely well-run company. On a headline PE, it looks a bit punchy, but it's come back with this debate around prostheses, which we think's overdone, and Medicare overbilling. We think that's overdone as well. So we think this is an opportunity for Ramsey.
Ben? It's outperformed Apple, I think, Ramsey over the last decade.
Yeah, look, it's been a fantastic company, and I really like the demographic, and management is exceptional too. So yeah, I think Ramsey's a buy. Probably don't have much more to add from what Justin said. The only thing that worries me with Ramsey is their expansion into France, which the government is sort of reducing a lot of the reimbursements to hospitals over there. But you know, it's not something we haven't seen before. I think they can manage their way through it. So yeah, the pullback is probably a buying opportunity.
Okay, staying with hospitals, little brother, Healthscope, buy, hold or sell?
Yeah, so Healthscope's probably more of a hold. I'd probably rather own Ramsey if I was going to have to pick between the two. A lot more focused on Australia. I think the Australian regulatory issues are probably a little bit overdone. I don't think the government will do anything huge ahead of an election, but probably prefer to own Ramsey, so I'll put Healthscope on a hold.
What do you think, Justin? Same as Ramsey?
I think
buy?
Healthscope's probably a sell here. It's trading in line with Ramsey. It's not as strong a business. The balance sheet's actually more stressed than Ramsey. And I think they've got they've made a rod for their back with their 2017 forecasts that are out there. I think they'll struggle to get those numbers.
Okay, pathology, company that hasn't done so well over the last 12 months, Sonic, buy, hold or sell?
Sonic's probably a hold. I think the company perennially talks up the outlook and under-delivers. I think we'll see that again this year. You have got issues there around Medicare Medicare reimbursement, they'll be under pressure in the medium term. That's not just an Australian issue, that's happening in the US as well and in Germany.
Ben, buy, hold or sell Sonic?
I think it's a sell. They are a perennial under-deliverer. The balance sheet is pretty stretched as well, so if those Medicare issues do become a real issue for them, I think the balance sheet will end up becoming a problem quite quickly, so it's a sell for me.
Not everything is that healthy in the healthcare sector.